Alright, chat. We are reacting to every Roblox game downfall. Explain in under 9 minutes. This is going to be a lot longer because I'm going to be yapping like crazy.
The main objective of the game is to catch fish, sell them for profit, and complete the bestiary by catching.
Or you want to yap. Bro, this game is so repetitive and boring. That's why it fell off. Because I remember, dude, when you're sitting there fishing, right? You got to click to get inside this line. And then after you're done with that, it's just like, That's all you do. You're trying to line it up, and then it's just you going back to that. You can't even like AFK it. It's just
Every fish in the game. There's also chances for mutations on your fish,
which is
that make them
cool,
worth
but
money. The game was continuously updated almost every day, which caused fish to spike in popularity. It also helped that fish was simple, relaxing, and was not pay to win.
Look, it was not pay to win. It got fucking pay to win after that. Bro, but it got so bad. Like, it was literally... I remember the storyline. I think Rye was there. Remember when we fished, like, a volcano or something? I don't know if it was Fish or Fish It. There's so many fish games. Also, another game that fell off, Abyss. Abyss fell off so crazy. Let's actually check that. Because Abyss was at, like, 70k players. And that fell off within, like... Bro, 2k! This game was so much better than Fish It or Fish. This game was so good and fell off so quick. So fucking quick. Man. Right, okay, let's go.
There were only a few game passes that would help gameplay, but overall the game was balanced and not
Actually,
broken. Fish has over 3 billion.
Sorry, I'm yapping so much. I think this game got bought out by a company and then it became pay to win afterwards. And then I think they got rebought again or something like that. I'm pretty sure that was the game that got bought out.
Visits averaged about 500,000 players.
Yeah, which is crazy.
At one point, the #1 game on Roblox. Only a few months later, the owner of Fish, Woozy Nate, made a big mistake that would single-handedly
Yeah, this is what it was.
cause the
Okay, I was
game to
right.
fall off. He made the mistake of selling Fish to a company named Do Big Studios.
And then got
added a
pay to
bunch of
win.
Unneeded and weird updates. They even made the game completely pay to win, with the ability to just buy basically
I know what I'm talking
anything in
about.
the game for Robux. During this time, the community saw what was happening, causing
It dropped
people to
so
stop playing,
bad,
resulting in an average player count of only around 10,000 during.
That's crazy because I was literally gonna say 10k people, but you know what? I didn't say it, so I can't. I can't flex that.
Which has started a Fish comeback, leading to a new average of around 100,000.
That's crazy.
Blade Ball is
Bro, I did play Blade Ball. Blade Ball was fun. It was also a skill-based game. The abilities were cool, but then I added some stupid ass abilities where like, oh, you have to pay Robux and then spin a luck wheel, and then you have to unlock fucking 50 things and spend like 500k to unlock a sword. It was so dumb. And then they're like all the best abilities were locked behind paywalls, and then people were using auto clickers and shit. It was cool when it came out, but then it just
intense game involving multiple players, a fast-moving ball, and a blade. The ball constantly darts towards a random player, and your only job is to time your hit perfectly. If you miss, you're out. Every successful hit sends the ball flying towards someone else, and the cycle continues until only one player is left.
And then people start using auto clickers on that part.
In late 2023 by Chunch and exploded almost immediately, becoming one of the most popular games.
Which is crazy as well because 2024, a crazy popular game having 40k players, and then now having 500k. Bro, because I remember when Pet Sim used to be the biggest like game ever, and it had like what 80k or some shit like that, maybe 100, and it was like this is the biggest game ever. Maybe it had 1 million. I'm not too sure, but like, bro, games are so much more popular now. Like individual games, like you can go on the list and it's like 500k, 500k, 500k. It's I don't know what happened.
By the end of 2023,
where my
it had
mouse
already
playing
surpassed 2.6 billion visits and was averaging hundreds of thousands of players every single day. It even became the fastest game in Roblox history to reach 1 billion visits, hitting the milestone in only about 50 days. But as time went on, the game began losing popularity little by little, and the reason was the same one that caused Fish's downfall. Blade Ball was also owned by Do Big Games.
Is that what happened? I knew it was like really pay to win. Well, not pay. Actually, yeah, kind of with the abilities. But I didn't know it was they got owned by. Oh shit! Okay.
Hated for the sheer amount of pay-to-win features added to it. Players were frustrated with the introduction of gambling-style mechanics, including loot crates with limited skins and much more. As the game kept piling on these controversial features, the community's frustration grew bigger, and the player count kept dropping. Now, Blade Ball sits at an average of only about 20,000 players.
That's still so much. Okay, Bed Wars. Holy shit! I play this game so much still to this day. To this day, I still play it. I have breaks, I have intervals, and I'll show you guys real quick as well. In the last 30 days, I have 53 hours. That's correct. You can see at the bottom there. Probably one of my favorite Roblox games of all time. The most I played probably was Pet Sim, actually. Bed Wars, though, it's just pay to win again. I mean, repetitiveness is a little bit annoying, Hackers is really annoying. Toxicity, oh my god, and pay to win. And kits are so expensive as well. I remember them being 400 Robux per kit, which is about $8 Australian, which is not cheap for a fucking kit. And then it would get nerfed, and then it would be a new kit that comes down the battle pass. You have to grind it, pay so much Robux. It was just like, it was bad. L hackers.
Wars.
Bro, there's been so many hackers in Roblox recently. It's just so pay to win, dude. I'm everything in what you've listed. But yeah, dude, and they increased the prices as well. You know what? They kind of have revived it semi. Like the game hasn't fallen off like crazy, especially because it's so old. You know what I have seen though? You can get these ticket things from like daily tickets, and you can rent kits that weren't battle pass kits for like 3 days, and they're pretty affordable. I think you can get like 200 tickets. Just do this as an example. 200 tickets. No, we'll say I think it was 100. Okay, yeah, 2K tickets in 2 days, and a kit costs 1K to rent it for 3 days. So you can rent a decent amount of kits, and you can also buy them. So they're kind of gone like they're more courteous to free to play now, but it there's just so many things
Roblox
wrong
Bed
with
Wars
it.
was released in May 2021 and quickly became one of Roblox's most popular games. The game is a Roblox recreation of the game Bed Wars on Minecraft. The game consists of a bed.
The
which allows
OG
you to
version
respawn, but if your
was
bed gets
so
broken
good.
by another team, you can no longer respawn. And if you die without a bed, you lose. The goal is to break every team's bed and kill them to win, while at the same time protecting your own bed and gathering items from the generator.
Which teammates never fucking do. And in rank, they just cry about if you don't buy tier 3, and they do nothing to help you. Oh my god. I remember people complaining about how new Bed Wars sucks the second they remove balloons. I did like balloons because I hated dying to fall damage, but at the same time, I understand it. I think they added it back in normal one. Everyone misses old Bed Wars, but then they complain that it's not up. People complain. It's one of those communities where nothing's ever good enough. They just complain.
And the shop to upgrade your armor and tools. Roblox Bed Wars has over 10 billion visits and averaged around 70,000 players in its prime.
Which
YouTubers like
isn't
Tanker
a
and
lot.
DV played-
Oh my god, the Tanker guy. I remember him and DV. See, 70k is not a lot though, and it hasn't even fallen off like crazy. Again, what I'm saying, like these new games, how much is it on right now? 18k. That's not a crazy fall off, because if you look at these other games, 300k, you know, some random game, 14k, 35k. Like, dude, it's just 350, 300, 300, 250, 250, 250. Like, bro, Roblox games averages have gone up so much. I don't think that's not too bad.
Started making content on the game, amassing millions of views per video.
Yeah, he was rich, bro.
In terms of popularity, the game started receiving fast, consistent updates.
Oh my god, let me tell you about the updates. The amount of times they've delayed it. Holy shit, they literally did it 2 weeks ago. They've been doing this for years. So they do weekly updates now, right? Where they do one weekly update, and it'll be like a tiny change. And then they always end up delaying it for 2 weeks. And then people get pissed off, and then they update nothing. Dude, people hated that.
Players engaged.
I hate that.
Also became very competitive.
And I don't tell you until it's supposed to come out.
Players started getting bored and felt the game was repetitive after updates started constantly being the same things, like new lucky blocks, kits, or items, over and over again.
And they delay
it. On top of that, pay to win in the game was growing.
Oh,
it felt
so
like
bad.
Players playing free to play were at a severe disadvantage. The players also felt like the developers were not listening to the community's criticism or feedback. Due to all of this, Bed Wars now averages about 20,000 players,
which is
and
still
that number
pretty
is only
competitive.
dropping more and more over time. Dead Rails. Dead Rails is an apocalypse.
Dead Rails, I think I tried playing once or twice, and I just said, I don't understand this game. I don't understand why it's popular. And left. It looked like a really crappy made 2015 game, and I left. It just did not look good. Remember playing against them and breaking some things? I remember playing against, I don't know this guy's name. It was some YouTuber, and he was talking shit. And then he didn't think I'll talk shit back, and then I did, and then he was like, "Oh, respect, respect, respect." I don't remember his name. He was a pretty big Roblox YouTuber though for Bed Wars. It's like Milan or something like that. I forgot what it was.
Apocalyptic survival adventure game where you survive inside a moving train and fight to escape to Mexico.
Was that what it to Mexico? What?
As you move forward. The game was exciting because you have to load up the train and manage resources while also trying to survive attacks from different monsters.
Which looks
At
so
its height,
bad.
Dead Rails even had YouTubers like Flamingo and Queso playing it. The game pulled in over 5.7.
You can't really say that though. Queso plays everything, and Flamingo's literally a Roblox YouTuber. So.
billion visits and hit a peak of 1 million concurrent players. And
which is
even rose to
crazy.
become the #1 game on Roblox for a period of time. During its peak, it consistently averaged around 500,000 concurrent players. But over time, players started to get bored as updates started taking longer and longer to release. And when new content finally
I'm surprised
arrived,
he didn't mention that about Bed Wars as well, because the updates get delayed so much, like so often. But then again, this guy probably hasn't played every single game consistent enough to know everything. He just knows like the basis of stuff, which I don't know anything about Dead Rail, so I'm just kind of listening.
Came in the form of mediocre, small updates that took forever to come out. Slowly, the excitement left, and the game started to feel stale and
Brian
boring. Dead Rail
Piggy?
now averages around 20,000
I didn't really play
players,
Piggy.
a number nowhere close to its original numbers. This resulted in a loss of over 90% of its player
That's
base,
bad.
caused not by the gameplay changing, but by the game simply failing to evolve in time. Rainbow Friends.
My god, I don't think I've ever seen a game blow up as much as Rainbow Friends. Dude, I literally saw Rainbow Friend plushies at shops consistently in Australia, in Thailand, everywhere. I saw these plushies everywhere. People, they were selling them at markets and shit. This was like not even a Roblox game at that point. This game was like proper. And then the problem with this, zero replayability, no updates, and it was just kind of like, it was cool at the start, but then you would have a team of like 8. 4 people will leave immediately, and then someone will do nothing, and then I don't know. I'm surprised it blew up that much. It was cool concept, but like zero replayability at all.
Friends is a co-op horror game where players must survive by completing tasks while
And it
being
took
hunted
so
by colorful
long, and everyone just
monster-like
left.
creatures known as the Rainbow Friends. The game takes place inside an abandoned amusement park and is split into chapters, each one filled with objectives.
It fell off after 2. I'm not gonna lie. I played 2, didn't even know there was a 3 and 4, to be honest. Bro, the people I played with generally did. Yeah, they just be AFK. They sit there hiding in like you know how you have like the box? They would hide in the box, they would be AFK, or they'll just leave instantly. Every single time.
That players need to complete
I hated
to escape.
it.
Over the course of 5
Or,
nights, you
oh
collect
my God.
items, power-up generators,
Or they wouldn't deliver the food or whatever it was, so you're just fucked, and you couldn't complete the game. Oh my god.
and navigate through different areas while trying to avoid the creatures roaming around. At its height, Rainbow Friends was huge.
Yeah.
It pulled in over 4.6 billion visits and averaged around 70,000 players.
See,
during
that's
its
what I'm
peak.
saying,
The
though.
hype was so strong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't understand. Like, 70k players now isn't like a crazy game to have toys. But back then, one of the biggest games ever. And like, you know what I mean? The scaling's gotten all weird. Because 500k, you're like, now. But back then, 50k, you're like, holy shit.
The Rainbow Friends
weird.
toys even started appearing in stores, showing just how big the game had become. But
Massive.
despite
They would've
all
made
that
so much
momentum,
money.
The popularity didn't last. The game quickly fell off and struggled to even average 10,000 players. The drop was sudden and largely came from one major issue. The game was basically abandoned after the release of its last new chapter. The exact type of updates players looked forward to.
Exactly
the
what I'm
most.
saying.
One
bro.
of the creators, Roy Stanford, already had a history of abandoning his games, and Rainbow Friends ended up being no different.
But
Roy's
why?
first
You're literally selling toys for the like you're selling toys for a game of a Roblox game. That's unbelievable. I mean, this guy's rich. Maybe he just gets bored. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know, Georgia. Bad day.
project, Redwood Prison, reached just under 300 million visits, and he also created Baker's Valley, which hit
I didn't play that
190
one.
million visits. Yet both of these games were left behind with no new updates, no matter how big they were. The same pattern repeated with Rainbow Friends. With no new content to keep the game alive, the community slowly moved on, and the game
I would like you just say milk it until you can't anymore. Like, I get you get bored of it, but like, dude, you put all this effort into making a game. You're making life-changing money. Roblox developers make so much money, dude. So much. This guy was a multi-millionaire, 100%. And he abandoned it. Like, what are we doing? What's up, Thomas? Baker's Valley was so tough. Is it just dead now, though? It should be. I reckon I played the Baker one. I think I played Redwood, I think. I definitely played, like, Prison Break or Jailbreak.
eventually died out almost completely. Grow a garden. In Grow a Garden, you have a
Here we
simple
go.
goal, which is to grow
Is
the
that
best garden you
Joe?
can. You start by planting
fuck?
seeds, saving up for better ones, and slowly working your way toward crops that make you more and more
What's
money.
up, Bree?
There are also pets, gear,
Dude. Oh my god. Okay, let me explain something about Grow a Garden. I literally probably played this game about 8 times before it actually stuck in the game for more than 10 minutes. The amount of times where I joined left, because I wanted to see what the hype was about. And eventually it just clicked, and I'm like, you know what, this game's not too bad. And I got addicted. I literally started making videos about it. It wasn't bad. I did enjoy it. Yeah, I've made videos about the game. And then it kind of just, I don't know what happened. Like, it just got repetitive as shit. It was the same thing. They made stuff too overpowered. Dude, I had a raccoon pet. The amount of people that would beg me, they'll run up to you, please trade, please give me raccoon, please give me raccoon. That's all my comments were filled with as well on like TikToks. Oh, can I have the raccoon? Can I have this? Can I have this? Like, bro, holy shit.
Sprinklers, and other tools to boost your progress and expand your garden even faster. For a while, this worked. The game had over 33 billion visits, and even held the record for the most concurrent players, hitting around 21 million, before eventually...
Which is crazy. This game took over the internet, like, honestly. That had more games than I think Epic Games and Steam had on their launches, I think, or something like that. It had more than, like, Prime 4. It had more than everyone. This was cooked. This was actually cooked. Baker's Valley was tough. Can you react to one of my videos? Not right now, not right now. But yeah, I only joined the game for less than 3 minutes to insult my friends and left. I don't know, I liked it. Not as many as Steam. Okay, maybe not as much as Steam, but it had as much as something. Yeah, what was it? Send it to me. But yeah, I don't know. I never got into Still a Brain Rot though. Never got into this one. I tried it. I'm like, this is just shit. I hate games that have rebirths. It feels so unproductive. Like what's it called? You get something, you rebirth, you lose everything. I hated rebirthing, bro. Games with rebirths, I don't play. What are you rating? Roblox game downfalls.
Thomas _ 63,826,738.
I just said no, I'm not reacting to it.
Is
and then
called
you
Queso in Poppy Playtime, but animated Queso versus
I literally
Huggy
just
Wuggy
said
and
no,
K
not right
others
now,
are
and then
funny
you tell me to
too.
do it. Brother, what the fuck are we doing? I sent you a couple of them. I'll look at them later. Oh my god, my boyfriend plays that. Which one? Still a Brain Rot? Same with Still a Brain Rot? Yeah, Still a Brain Rot was kind of mid. But yeah, reacting to Roblox falling off game kind of things. They got much more. What was it then? They had more than some. I think it was Prime Fortnite. Anyways, lock back in.
At its peak, Grow Garden averaged around 1 to 2 million concurrent players, making it the #1 game. But just a few months later, it began to fall off. The game now averages around 200,000 players, and that number
does it still? Because, bro, I could probably fucking sell my raccoon for something, bro. Oh, not raccoon. Grow a garden. 20k. Okay, that's falling off pretty bad. Yeah, I remember I stopped playing around that the Travis Kelce event, to be honest. I was just like, nah, I'm done with this game.
continues to drop. The main issue was repetition. Players started getting bored.
It was just
AFK.
AFK.
Look forward to being the same types of admin events and updates,
Every
none of
single
which really
time,
changed
bro.
anything meaningful about the game. There was a clear lack of new concepts.
I don't know, it was cool at the start. Like, oh my god, I got this thing and I can sell for this. And also, people had to buy and steal your shit was kind of annoying. And then they released too many overpowered things, and it was just, yeah, like, you would literally log in for 2 seconds, see what's grown, and leave. Like,
or fresh ideas to keep the game interesting. Another reason for its decline was that the developers added too many overpowered crops.
Exactly.
That produced huge amounts of money, which ended up making the currency feel basically worthless.
Exactly.
Toilet Tower Defense.
Bro, I remember playing this game a little bit. I forgot who I played it with. I think it was maybe Riley and stuff. This game was cool, but it wasn't really my type of game. Tower defense games get boring pretty quick. You know what game I did play nonstop? FNAF Tower Defense. I love that game, bro. This one was just, I don't know. Just didn't feel great. I'll see what he says, but yeah. What's up, Anthony?
Toilet Tower Defense, or TTD, is a classic tower defense style game.
I think it was pay to win again.
Players choose from one of 6 maps and defend their base from waves of enemy toilets, using a wide variety of towers, clocks, drills, TVs, speakers, and cameras, with units made up of both men and women. After each match, you earn currency
How can you
that
tell?
Can be spent on better and stronger towers or units through a gacha style system. The game itself was inspired by the Skibbity Toilet series on YouTube, which helped it
I think that's why it blew up, to be honest. The game wasn't even that great. I think it was literally because of Skibbity Toilet.
Explode in popularity early on. TTD reached just over 6 billion visits and averaged around 100,000 players during its peak. But as time went on, the momentum
I thought it was
started
more.
to slow. Updates began taking up to a month to release, and each new update seemed to disappoint more than the last. The game kept adding more and more too overpowered units.
Pay to win
on
or
top
not?
of that, TTD became heavily
Yeah,
pay
I
to win,
thought so.
making many players feel like the only way to keep up was to spend Robux.
Dude, and the thing is, dude, Roblox is not cheap. Like, pay to win on Roblox is worse than it is on COD and every other game. Like, it is so expensive. They release something that costs $30 to be overpowered for a week, and they drop something else. COD or whatever, any other game, they drop a battle pass, $10, boom. Like, bro, how do I pay to win? You just pay, like, for a unit that's overpowered, and then they'll release something eventually that's worse, better than that, and you just keep on giving them your money. It's just you give them your money, you do good, and then they just keep on asking for more money. It's just bad. It's just like a fucking snowball of just bad
Things
stuff.
got worse when a popular TTT YouTuber
I need this in every game.
was exposed for something bad, which I won't go into detail. But the situation.
Wait, what did that say?
YouTuber named Inhei was exposed for something bad, which I won't go into detail. But
I don't know what that is. I will take a guess in my brain. You guys can take a guess too. I'm just gonna assume.
The situation only added more negativity to the game's reputation. All of this combined slowly damaged TTD's image and its player base along with it. Now the game is at record lows.
Oh, that's
bad. Average around 3,000 players.
Oh, that's really bad.
Big Games is a Roblox
biggest game of its time. Literally the game that had me popular as shit for a while. Pet Sim, I was non-stop playing this every single day, leaving my computer on to go to school, come back, having this on in the background. Loved this game. Then it became pay to win. Then it became repetitive as shit. All you did was AFK. I don't know why it was so popular to start off with. All you did was AFK. And then also the plushie thing was so cool. I low-key think that was against TOS of Roblox, but the plushie thing where you could actually get a huge pet plushie in real life, then use the code. But the plushies were like $50 American. Like, they were not cheap for an in-game item on Roblox.
Of the most popular Roblox games
ridiculous.
On the platform. The owner of Big Games is named Preston. The group owns games like Pet Simulator X, Pet Simulator 99, Big Paintball, Giant Survival, and more. Pet Sim X and Pet Sim 99 are...
I did not play Pet Sim 99 much. I played it a little bit and I was like, nah, it's just gonna be the same shit. Because like the scaling as well, right? When the game first came out, having a huge pet was like crazy. And then it kind of got repetitive. And then everyone had one, and then nothing meant, like, when it gets too overpowered, everything feels worthless. Yeah, I'm watching downfalls of games.
Both popular Roblox games where players
there was some cute shit, but like
to earn in-game currency and unlock new worlds. They have many pets to collect, which you buy from pet eggs, with the best ones being in the later worlds. Big Paintball is a first-person shooter game where your weapons.
I didn't mind that game, Big Paintball.
And everyone is one shot. You can also upgrade your guns in the store with currency.
There was also hackers in that as well, like
Giant
crazy.
Survival is a co-op survival game where players must work together to defeat a giant creature that is destroying the map. You earn cash and experience by damaging the giant, which allows you to level up and purchase stronger weapons and gears from the shop. Pet Sim X has over 8 billion visits, and Pet Sim 99 is over 2 billion.
Yeah, that one fell
has
off.
Just over 1 billion visits, and Giant Survival has almost 300.
That's not as popular.
These were all once really big games that the group.
I've seen Preston post on his Twitter ages ago, and he was just driving like a Lamborghini. I'm like, far out. That's how I knew Roblox players started making. Like, it was a cool one too. I don't know what it was. But like, they make money.
Now almost all the games are struggling
crazy
to
amounts.
Maintain 1,000 players. The only current popular one is Pet Sim 99, with an average of 50,000.
Oh, that's still good.
Low compared to it once was.
Nah, that's really good.
Big games first started happening when Preston, the owner, started getting burnt out from constantly updating his games, as he was the lead developer. Because of this, his games started.
Yeah, but then I feel like you hire a team though for that. No, like you start to kind of outsource your work until you're practically doing not much and just giving advice on what you think should be happening. I mean, I know it's not that simple and I don't develop games, but if you really want to keep it going, I feel like you just start outsourcing the different compartments. I know it's going to cost more money, but you make enough to, hire people for that.
Receiving less and less frequent updates, and players started getting bored. Preston also started to try to take down other games who were also using pets in them, which got a lot of backlash from the community. Yeah. And on top of that, his games started becoming almost fully pay to win, which only worsened Preston's reputation. All of this led to the inevitable downfall of big games.
Right, W video. That's low-key like what happens to every single goddamn company though in Roblox, or like people that make games. Get greedy, pay to win, something bad goes wrong, and then yeah. But nah, W video. That was good.